Hi guys, welcome back to another, not Ryan's Awesome Book Reviews, but Jordan's Awesome Book Reviews.
Jordan's Awesome Book Reviews. Now today, we're going to go back and do another review of The Magic Tree House. Go ahead and hold it up so they can see it. Now we already did one with The Winter of the Ice Wizard and talked about the whole series. But there was a reason you wanted to do a specific book review about Abe Lincoln at Last. What was that reason?
Because you get to actually learn about real people and real history.
And does that happen at other times in the series as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? So like you learned about George Washington, and you learned about the Pilgrims, and
we learned about...
hard to think of examples, but there are lots of times where they go back in history, and even though there's magic and excitement, and you learn about something real. So what did you learn about Abe Lincoln?
I learned that he has two kids, one's Willie and one's Tad.
Yeah? Yeah, and then how did he grow up?
He was poor and he lived in a log cabin.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think he learned by living with his sister in a log cabin? What do you think he learned from that experience?
To cook by himself, be by himself, do his chores by himself, sleep by himself.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you got to go back in history and see how Abe Lincoln grew up and the experiences that turned him into the person he became, right? And what is he known for as a president?
He's known to give people freedom.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of slavery and give people freedom, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was his name, but some people called him the Honest Abe. Faces on a penny and a $5 bill. He was the 16th president. What a thrill! He fought against slavery in our nation with the Emancipation Proclamation. He had a big beard and a big top hat. He lived in a log cabin out outside. The president is in charge of the nation. Don't have a celebration. Let's remember Washington Lincoln. Help our country will be stricken.
Okay. Now, sometimes when you read about somebody like a president, it can be a little boring. It can be like a history book that just tells you the dates and certain things. Was this like that at all?
No. It's because they showed him as a younger one, which tricked us because he said his name was Sam, not Abe Lincoln. So we thought that Sam was just a random guy and he was not Abraham Lincoln.
So there's a little bit of a mystery involved that you find out later. So that makes it kind of exciting. Yeah. And it's sort of like one of those, you never quite know if they're going to get their mission. They have to meet with Abe Lincoln, and it's a long time. They're not sure if they're going to do it or not. So it's like suspense. You know that word, suspense? Yeah, you don't know if it's going to happen or not. And while all this is going on, you learn that he was like a president of the people. Anybody could come to the White House and meet with him. And he really liked talking to people and helping people. Yeah, so you learn a lot. All right, so this was a great example of how a magical fiction book can really also be a learning book. And there are lots of other examples like that in The Magic Tree House. Actually, right now we're learning about Alexander the Great, right? In his book, we still have to learn a little bit more about him. And we learned about the St. Bernards, the saints, and how they help people in the Alps when they get lost in avalanches. Yeah, so many other good examples. All right, so how many out of 10 do you give Abe Lincoln at Last?
Oh, obviously 10 out of 10.
Obviously 10 out of 10. Excellent. All right, any last words to your viewers?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good book review.